So what is custom column? We are going to take a look at this now. I just go to the Power BI desktop. Creating connection model. Why it takes this much of time? I think I opened up multiple files. No, sometimes it happens. The Excel file also, right, causes slowdown in your system performance sometimes. I installed a virus software. That one also will significantly slow down your performance. Okay, this is the one we have seen it. See, in this case, that the data imputation I've used, if I demonstrated what is fill up and fill down in the Power Query Editor. I did not close and apply it. Okay, so now I did the close and apply. So hence it will take time to apply that to our model. Okay, it has been done. Okay, and the next one is okay, in the interest of time, I'm going to open the data visualization.pbx. In that report file, I have already loaded the data sets. You don't have to spend time loading the data and doing cleaning everything. Okay. I'll just save this a fill up and fill down. Oh, it's already there. Fill up and down missing values. So it's already there. Okay, fine. And see the data set name, I did not show it that way. That report file is already there. Hence, I'm going to close that and I'm going to open a new file, report file. Not the new file, the existing data visualization report file. Okay. Data visualization. Loading data takes time. And on top, cleaning the data takes time. Hence, I opened this file where we did data cleaning everything. And I'm going to say enable. This is related to Python, don't worry. Okay. Here, I'm going to click on the transform data. And I want to go to the Power Query Editor. There, I will demonstrate a couple of scenarios where you need to create additional columns in addition to the existing table columns, pre-existing columns. Sales W04. Okay, this is the first query. Okay, and we can see that here we can see that what columns are there. So we have profit, discount, and what else? We have sales column is available. It's a decimal value. Good. And quantity is there. But here we don't have the price column. Okay. And they wanted to see the approximate price, selling price. Okay, and here what I do is I'll just go to the add column. I just clicked on the add column ribbon in the Power Query Editor. I'm going to click on the custom column now. Here you need to give the column name. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to list price. This is kind of your selling price. Okay, list price is equivalent to let's say sales. Where is that sales column? Here you need to click on the sales column. When you double click on it, it'll get dropped automatically in this one, the formula section. Okay, sales divided by the quantity. This can give you a rough cut idea about the price for each line item. Okay, you cannot literally rely on this list price. As I said, right? Okay, if you wanted to have the more accurate list price, what you need to do is this sales is like a gross sales. You need to subtract the discount also from this one. After subtracting the discount, you will get some value, right? Sales into the discount. Click on the discount. So the discount is 2% discount on your 1,000 rupees, how much, or 100 rupees, how much? 2% or 100% is how much? Let's 20 rupees or 2 rupees or something, right? So 100 minus 2, something like that, right? 100 minus 2 is 98, and 98 divided by quantity, right? So that is the one will give you this one. Okay, what I will do is I will put another parenthesis. Make sure that you are going to use the open and close parenthesis correctly. Inside the open parenthesis, I use the sales column and I subtracted the discounted value from my sales column. For that, I have used a parenthesis. This parenthesis, open parenthesis, you need to use a corresponding closed parenthesis. Right? This closed parenthesis for this one and this parenthesis for this one. So now your numerator is perfect. Okay, you correctly formatted your or correctly scripted your numerator. The denominator, I gave the quantity. Okay, fine. I'm going to hit OK now. Let us see what happens. Look here, you are able to get this one, right? The list price 329.95. That is the one we are getting it. So here in this case, the discount is 0. So 0 into sales is 0. So 0 minus this value is 0. Sorry, 2309. And 2309.65 divided by 7, you get this value 329. Approximately 700 into 3, how much? So to 21,000 and odd. So almost to 2,000, sorry, 2,000 and odd, right? To 2,309 is correct only, right? So it is doing the correct job. So this is how you can create some additional columns. So there are scenarios where they need the list price also. Okay. And you can do this. So you have only one data set, but if you see here, you have missing values here. Okay. This is the cost for the concern, and you just scroll towards the right side. The sales column itself, you have 0 values here, right? It cannot be 0 because you have the quantity here and the discount is there. But how come your sales column can have 0 value here, right? There are some scenarios you will face this kind of issues. Okay, in that kind of scenario, you need to do the data imputation in consultation with your application owner or the module leader, your project module leader also. Okay, fine. So now with this example, you are able to understand how to create a new column in addition to these pre-existing columns. Okay, this is one scenario where we can do. We need an additional column. Next one is I can see that order date and ship date. Yeah, ship date requires some kind of treatment. And here I'm going to change is a date data type. Before that, I want to replace I want to create the consistent form, all the hyphen by the forward slash. Values were not stored consistently. Somewhere they are using forward slash, somewhere they're using hyphen to separate month, date, year values, right? So hence I replaced the hyphen by forward slash. Hence, all the data in this column format is consistent, common format. Okay. Now I go to the data type column and using locale. Month, date, year is US date format. Hence, I clicked on the locale option, and here the data type is supposed to be date. It is not India date format. It is a United States date format, month, date, year. You need to check here in the English. Can we see United States? Yes. I'm going to hit OK. Now it got converted date data type. Look here, the calendar icon. You can see it next to the column ship date. Okay. Now what we do is your management wants to see how long we took to ship the items to each transaction. We want to see that. Okay. So in that case, you need to subtract the order date from the ship date. Sorry, order date from your ship date. That is the one will give you the number of days we took to ship each product to the customers. Okay. So for that, we need to have additional column. To answer to this, we need to have additional column. Again, I'm going to click on the custom column. In this case, I'm going to say shipment duration. And here, what I will do is I'm going to say ship date, double click on it, minus simply you put order date. That's all. Since these two columns are date data, it gives you the exact difference between the ship date and order date, okay? In terms of the days, number of days. Okay, shipment duration, this one. So here it shows ABC 1 to 3. I'm going to make it as a whole number, okay? It's an integer type, right? The duration is integer type. Sometimes it will be like a decimal also. It is up to you. For example, if you want to use a decimal number, you can use the replace the current. Yeah, we don't see any decimal value, right? Most of them are whole number. Better we can change to the whole number, integer. Replace current. Okay, fine. So we can see that here the first record is 0, right? So that means the same day we shipped it, same day shipment. And say for this order, there is no delay here. Okay. And with this, what they can do, they can click on this one and they can sort descending. Okay. So which orders we took more time to ship it, right? Here itself, we can analyze it. We can use descending by sorting the shipment duration column by descending order. The shipment duration is a custom column, like a list price. Not all the time you can use the existing data. So here we can see a lot of what happened. It is not showing anything here. Okay, let me do one thing. I just, yeah, it is available. Yeah, 77777 it is there. Okay, you need to skip. See, there are some items, right? With they ship it more than 7 days on load. All the things are, it shows most of them are 7 days. I think, yeah, it shows only 7, right? So sort descending, yeah, that is what I used it. Okay, load more. You need to click on load more. Yeah, it shows everything here, right? So sort descending. When I click on this, and if you click on this here, you click on this here, oh, it is showing only this one, load more. It's still loading. Let us wait for some time. So by sorting this column in descending order, we will get to know which orders took more time to ship it, right? So for that kind of analysis, you need to have additional column. And by subtracting one date column from another date column, you can get the number of days, right? The output is kind of number of days. Okay, what I will do is I'm going to sort filtering. Okay, I'm not going to do anything here. Simply, I will just select. Sort ascending is fine, but when I use sort descending, some issues are there. I think something wrong with the latest version of this one. See, there is some problem here, right? So I don't know how come they, okay, what I will do is I'm going to clear this one and then to remove clear sort. Click on clear sort. It will not do the sorting. The other option is we can go to the data view and then we can do it. Okay, sorting and all you can do it there. But here it is not showing anything here. So now load more. Okay, I'm going to say, let me do one thing. Why it is showing still 7 only? Okay, I'll just go ahead and close and apply it. We will go and take a look at this one in our data view. Okay, I just click on the data view and select the sales W04 table. And if you scroll towards the right side, yeah, here it shows clearly, right? It is sometimes it is a crazy thing. And you keep the cursor on top of the column. Next to that, you can see the three dots. Click on this one. And here you can see all the values. Okay, and here you can do start descending. Is this still happening or what? Auto recovery contains, okay, nothing we can see here. Clear sort, okay, and okay, 4. In this case, why it shows 4? And the first record, 13th April, 17th April. Yeah, fine, this is correct, okay. But it is not showing the data in ascending order. Shipment duration whole number, right? It should sort the data in ascending order. I don't know what is wrong. I think a lot of problem is there, right? The new version. The older version, we did not have these issues. Okay, fine. Now you understood, how we can, what kind of scenarios we can create the custom. These are the scenarios where you can create the custom column. Okay, and apart from this, you can use this one in the case of conditional column also. We have something else called conditional column. I just select the home ribbon, and again I just open up the Power Query editor. Okay, I am going to click on the add column ribbon, and like custom column, we have something called conditional column. Even with this option, you can create a new column along with the existing columns. Okay, but here you can define some conditions. For example, if I click on it here, I'm going to say price bucketing. We have the list price column. We have created a new column, and we wanted to create some group. Okay, those price, for example, if I column name, if I click on it here, and where is the list price? Oh, it will not come here, right? List price is not there. Discount profit. Okay, that's kind of a calculated column. Or let's say, no, I'm going to say the sales column. Okay, and here what is sales bucketing? The sales is less than or equal to. Let's say I'm going to say how much. Let's say the sales is going to be 1,000. Then I will say the output as low. Okay, low sales. And I'm going to add another condition. The same sales column, I'm going to select it here. And here less than or equal to, let's say 2,000. Okay, if anything is less than 2,000, I'm going to say medium sales. See, this new column, sales bucketing, will have either low or medium. So how do we define whether it's a low or medium? For example, I just give some less value. I'm going to click on add class. I'm going to add another condition in the sales thing here. And is less than or equal to, let's say you have something like 10,000 or something big give value. And this is anything fall in this range. I'm going to say it's a high. I'm going to hit OK. A new column will get created by the name of sales bucketing. Look here, sales bucketing. Here we can see that low, medium. You can click on this drop down and make sure that you don't see any blank value here. And then click on the load more also to make sure that you're not missing out anything. Whatever the buckets that you created, low, medium, high should be there. You're not supposed to have blank value. If you have blank value, that means, your logic is not covering that part. Okay. Those items or those, line items that falls less than 500 sales, we flagged that as a low. There are some transactions, the sales value are less than 1,000, hence it is falling in the medium. And anything, less than a big value, right? That is your high. You have classified like this. This is a new column, right? This is called your conditional column, okay? And these two are straightforward columns. Here also we have used some formulas to derive these columns. And this column, you don't have to be familiar with the writing if, else in the Power Query editor. If you want to see the logic used here, you can click on the view and advanced editor, M script. Right. So look here, you should write something like this. Otherwise, here replaced value. Yeah, where do you see the sales into discount? Yeah, this is the previous thing, previous column. It gives me the consolidated thing. Okay. Shipment duration, sales bucket. Look here, you need to know this logic. Okay. If sales is less than or equal to 500, then low. This is your M script. Okay. You should know how to write a M script. Instead, what you do is you can click on the conditional column, simply go and give this, if so and so thing is less than some value, that means low. If it is falling in some range, we call that as a medium, something like that. Okay. So now the question is, what is the advantage of this one? The advantage here is those transactions we made sales, right? Low, we group them together. Okay. And then we will find out what is the margin we got it. So in the low and medium and high bucket, in which bucket we got more profit? Obviously, the sale is more, the profit will be more, but it is not always true. How many of you agree with me? Just because my turnover is more, that doesn't mean my sales is more, right? So it depends on the product that you sell it. There are some products, the amount is very high, the cost is very high, but the margin is very less. For example, you want to buy a washing machine. The cost is, listen, you want to buy imported thing. It costs you 36,000 or 40,000. But the margin is just, you will get 1,000 rupees also, 800 or 1,000 rupees. But if you see the cost for the selling price is very high, right? So not necessarily if the those transactions we see higher sales, that means it's a higher profit. So in that kind of situation, you can create the bucket like this and then do the analysis. Okay, and do some kind of group by. And how do you do that? For example, I just close and apply it. I just click on the report canvas. And here I'm going to create another page. And for example, here I'm going to click on the table visual and the sales W04. I'm going to select the new column, newly created column. Where is the newly created sales bucketing? I just drop it here. And along with that, I'm going to put profit here. Yeah, in this case, it is correct only. The higher the sales, the profit is also more. I have some other data set. Okay, in that case, right? Yeah, so this is the one file, but we cannot decide with that itself. Look here, if you do some other grouping, where is that? The subcategory. Where is the subcategory here? Let's say subcategory. Okay, you do some subcategory. If you drop it here, and if you drag this up, the subcategory, the column order will get changed. First column, if you want to change the order of the column, you can, move this, drag this up or down. Okay. And you can see that if you click on this one, right, in the ascending order or descending order, right, here the sum of profit. These are the high category, the profit. Okay, here it is more or less same, right? I'm going to use the clustered column chart to check what are we going to get it here. Yeah, in general, right, the higher the sales, the profitability is also more. But if you see in this case, right, in the subcategory here, furnishings, it falls in the high bucket, but the profit is just 1,955. Can you say it? To do the analysis like this, right? And we have categorized our transaction with these three buckets, right? High, low, medium. In which category the profitability is more? So you might be saying that upfront, tempted to say, hey, higher the sales, obviously the profitability is also more, right? But here, if you see here in the case of furnishing, the sales is more, but the profitability is less. And here also it is something like that. What is this one? This one is your tables, 4,722. Whereas if you see here, so here the profitability is 1,33,000. Along with this, if you plot the sales, you'll get much better picture. So here, in the case of phones, we made 1,33,000. Even this one also falls in the high, right? High in the sense less than 5,000 or so, right? That is what we defined it. And there are cases, even the low and medium also, we can see negative margin. 33 in the tables, we can see the, even the tables in general, in tables, the sales is not that good. Here the furnishings and here the tables. Look here. And in some cases, right, we made more sales in tables, high sales, but the profitability is less. With this, we can quickly identify across all these categories, high, low, no matter how much sales you made, in tables, the profitability is less. So for that kind of situation, these kind of columns are very much helpful, right? So you need to create these kind of, not this column, where is that? Yeah, the sales bucketing, okay, this column, I'm talking about this column. So in this kind of situation, you can create the conditional column, okay? Sorry guys, I'm going to wrap up the session now.